Right, I'm back. So, yep, I've got my gesso and things. So I'm going to use this, you know, the big art journal that I have been doing in this craft coloured, you know, like essentially it was just an album really. So yeah, let's go to one of the front sort of pages there. Now, what shall we start with? Oh, I don't know now. Oh, hang on. I've got some green sheet music, which I'm just thinking maybe the green sheet music would be quite cool on this. So, yeah. Should we do that? Just tear that down. I've kind of hoarded this because I thought, oh, I love the, you know, the green of the sheet music. But yeah, it's one of them things that actually then I can never kind of find quite the right project to use it with. So maybe this will be just ideal for this. So yeah, let's use some of that. Okay. I'm going to leave this tatty edge on, which has got some kind of sellotape, you know, in a vintage kind of way on there. Okay, so that's quite nice. And then do we want anything here, or shall we leave that sort of naked with the this? Just have a look. I've got some green vellum. Oh, I'm not sure about that. Well, I guess I could tear some down, couldn't I? Can we tear a bit of that down and see? Okay. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. As you can probably hear, I still have my cold. Well, I mean, I'm filming ahead, so, I mean, I might not have had a cold for ages, maybe in the videos, you know. But, yeah, currently, I got a cold. Yeah, I do like the vellum, to be honest. That does look quite nice. So, yeah, let's put the vellum down. So, yeah, let's just get that down. Oops. Now, I'm going to gesso over all of this, I think, afterwards. So, I'm going to get my kind of backgroundy type bits down first. And then I'll gesso over them so that then I've got, you know, a good surface for if I want to do any sort of shading and things like that. So, yeah. Okay, let's just get that down there. Okay, right. Okay, right, let's glue this down. Oops. Okay. Oh, I haven't really done an art journal page for ages. You know, like I say, I do film ahead. So, I mean, it may be that, you know, perhaps it appears that I have done one quite recently. You know, because I know that I've got a couple left to upload still. But, yeah, in reality, it's been several weeks now since I've done one. So, you know, maybe like a couple of months. So, yeah, it feels like I haven't done one for a very long time. So, feeling slightly nervous. I always do feel slightly nervous actually about doing an art journal layout because, you know, they are kind of out of my comfort zone. They're using, you know, products and things that are not really my, you know, my comfort zone. Oh, look at what's happened to that vellum. That just looks terrible, doesn't it? But, you know, hopefully it's all going to look okay by the end. I mean, most of it will probably be covered up anyway. So I guess it really, you know, it's not really going to matter too much, to be honest, by the end. Right, okay, so I'm going to just have those bits, I think, as my, you know, initial background. And I'm just going to cover the whole page just with some clear gesso. Just really, this is, you know, like a primer, giving it a sort of primer, like a base coat, so that whatever I then do, it's going to hopefully blend in a bit better and, you know, shade in and things like that will all be easier to do. Which is why I've done it this way round, because sometimes when I do an art journal layout, I do it on the, you know, this craft paper. And then when I glue other papers down on top, of course, they then don't have the gesso. So then what I find is actually things do not blend so well on them. So I thought this would perhaps be the best way to do it. So yeah, just kind of get my base pieces of paper down first, and then, you know, gesso over all of it so that it's all, you know, all got a good coat. And blending should then be quite good on all of it. So, right, move that gesso off of my desk just because the lid doesn't seem to go on there properly, and I don't want to actually end up spilling it, you know, knocking it over and spilling it. So, right, let's just clean that brush a little bit. I'm just cleaning it with a wipe until I got time to go and wash it properly at the tap. Okay, right, put that to one side. Okay, I've just tried to dry this quickly with my, you know, heat tool. Now, I have to say, as you can probably see, it's looking pretty rubbish so far. I've got a really crinkly effect here with the vellum, not great. Yeah, it's not looking very good so far. But hey, hopefully it's going to improve as we kind of go through. So, yeah, let's get those reindeer in. Or, well, I don't know whether they're reindeer, but, you know, the deer. So, yeah, let's pull those in. Okay. I might as well use all three of them because, you know, a chance are I'm not then going to want to use them on anything else, if you see what I mean. So I do feel like I have definitely done a journal layout, you know, an art journal spread with these before. So I definitely obviously have bought this pack before. And yeah, I must have actually used them already in an art journal layout somewhere else. So I obviously really like them, the fact that I've actually bought them twice. Yeah. They're definitely cute, aren't they? I mean, there's no getting away from that. They are definitely very cute. Okay, now, do I want to go more down the purple and pink route? I was going to go with the reds, but actually, I think maybe go more down the purple and pink route would be nicer. So, yeah, I'm going to, I think, do more of the pinks and purples, I think. So, yes, let's do that. Okay. Okay. I mean, it's been so long, honestly, since I've done anything with art journaling. I'm kind of stumbling around a bit, thinking, oh gosh, I'm not even too sure what's the best way round to do this. You know, do I glue things down? Do I, you know, what do you call it? You know, paint first? Yeah, kind of just literally floundering, completely floundering. But let's just have a look. So I've got some bits here. So let's just take a couple of these bits. Okay, that one. Got this gorgeous green butterfly. And weirdly, I have got these green shoes, which, yes, I know, you're probably thinking, what is she talking about? As if she could have those green shoes on there. But hey, I'm going to try and put them on there. They may just look completely ridiculous and, you know, obviously rightly so, because, you know, there's not really any place for a shoe, but I'm going to try it. Because I love the, you know, the fantasy aspect of doing an art journal layout, because you can really kind of like go to town and have just complete weird nonsense going on, can't you? That, you know, you can't kind of have anywhere else in life. So, yeah, I actually think that's one of the, you know, one of the most exciting things about doing an art journal spread is literally, hey, if you want it on there, you have it on there. You know, even if it's like nothing. I mean, to be honest, it goes all a bit Alice in Wonderland-y, doesn't it? Where it becomes completely almost like fantastical. Fantastical? Yeah. Like fantasy, doesn't it? Of what you can actually put on your art journal page. So for me, it's more about, you know, if the colours all kind of go, I'm not really that bothered if the themes are way off, you know, way off. So long as the colours are kind of looking okay. I think that's probably the most important thing. You know, because overall it will still then give a really nice effect. It's just really if the colours are clashing and look horrendous that it's going to look disastrous. But as long as they're all complementing one another, I think it's, you know, anything goes, to be honest. So let's have a look. Okay. So I'm thinking something like that. Oh, I wonder if we could have like this in the shoe. Well, not quite like that, no. This one in the shoe. I mean, we do lose those flowers, which is a bit of a shame, but actually I don't mind that, strangely. Yeah, they're quite cute on there, aren't they? Let's just try this. Okay. Yes, it's so chilly today. It really does feel pretty cold. Pretty cold. Oh, how cute does that look? Weird randomness going on. I do realise that. But hey, in amongst that weird randomness is something really quite cute, isn't it? So yeah, we've got weird randomness with cuteness going on, haven't we? So let's just see. Okay. Okay, right. So I'm going to glue a couple of things down, I think. And then we'll do some stenciling and stuff. So yeah, let's put this down. And all of these little bits, I've definitely had in fussy cut packs that I sell in my shop from time to time. So, I mean, obviously not these Fabrica ones, you know, of course not them. But all of these other ones that I've just been cutting out, I've had in my fussy cut packs. I don't know whether I've got them in a digital pack currently. But if I haven't now, that is something that I'm kind of got planned. But it might just be that they're not there yet. Okay. Let's just put that down there. I wonder if we should have that more over. Yeah. Okay. Like that. And then... Okay. Now, I probably need to just snip that end of that off so as it's not poking out beyond the shoe. Might even need to cut some more off, to be honest. Because I definitely want him kind of, or him, tucked into that shoe. So I'm just going to cut a bit of this off just so as it's, you know, more snug in the shoe. Yeah, like that. Now, do I want to cut these away from being with the white edges? Or do we think once we've kind of like painted and things in the background that actually that's just not going to be quite such a thing? Let's just try this. The problem is once you've done it on one, you're kind of then stuck having to do it on all of it. So yeah, let's just see if it makes much difference. Because it might not really, you know, look much different anyway. Or I might even think that the white edge looks better. You know, because sometimes it does. You know, sometimes I think it does look better. Okay. Oops. Oh dear. And to be honest, I mean, once they've been kiss cut, you know, they're still easier to cut out than having to cut from scratch. I don't know why that would be, because that just sounds like rubbish, doesn't it? You know, but yeah, they are still easier to cut out once they've been sort of cut out. Oh, I don't mind them actually with the white. Now I've cut this one, I think actually maybe the white's okay. Let's just check over here. Yeah, maybe the white actually, maybe it even adds something. I don't know. Right, okay. So yeah, should we put this one down? So let's glue this one down. Okie dokie. Like that. Now I'm actually thinking perhaps we should do all the stenciling before putting the deer on. What do you think? Might just take some of that white off of this one. Okay. Let's try that. Right, okay, I'm going to hot glue this down. I really like using the hot glue on the art journal pages. I know I've talked about this before, but just because I think you can really get some sort of dimension going on. You know, when you don't then press them down too hard, it sort of gives interest, really, to the page. You know, if you've got kind of lumpy, bumpy bits. So, yeah. Right, okay. Into that deer. Now, do I want to do the stenciling now or after? Oh, do you know, let's do it after, actually. I was about to say let's do it now, but no, I think actually after is probably better. Right, let's glue this down. Now, I must not get too carried away because every time that I do an art journal page, it ends up like the brightest, most garish looking thing on the planet. I must try not to do that today. So, yep, I know I have, you know, tried recently to do like more neutral ones, but yeah, I'm going to try again. Not neutral, of course not neutral, because this is, you know, this is already far from neutral, but maybe just try and be a little bit restrained in, you know, my choice of paints and things. So yeah, the thing is, I'm so drawn to colour and just love colour so much that it is very hard to you know, to restrain yourself and keep yourself in check, you know, when there's all these bright colourful things to use, and then before you know it, you're like, oh my goodness, I've smothered the whole page in wacky, awful colours. You know, well, what I think are probably nice colours, but I'm sure that, you know, lots of people think, oh my goodness, she has made that look terrible. So yeah, I'm going to try and restrain myself a little bit. So my phone's now flashing low battery, so it might be that I will get so far in this and then we'll have to call it quits for today and come back another day to finish it. So, and you know, that's fine. I mean, if that happens, that happens. So just going to see how this would look. I mean, obviously it's got those flowers, but I would cover those up because I don't, you know, don't necessarily want to introduce yellow on here. So yeah, something like that I think looks quite nice. I just like that splash of green. Okay. Just put that down there. Okay. Right, I'm going to put that on there like that. Oh, very pretty. Okay. Yep. Oops. The deer can then go on there. I mean, I might even decide to have him somewhere else, but you know, we'll just go with that for the minute. Okay, do I want to put more flowers on this page quickly now? Or shall we kind of like, you know, see how it's looking? Maybe that one up there. Yeah, But I think maybe I did the other layout using these, you know, these die cuts, the other packet that I'd bought of these. And I think I didn't film it. So that's why it's kind of not quite so, you know, prevalent in my mind. I think maybe it was one that I did, you know, in slow time, which then it's not quite so memorable if I've done it on my own as maybe if I've done it on camera. So yeah, I think that is where I'm coming from, you know, when I say, oh, I'm sure that I have done one, because I can kind of picture it. So maybe at the end, if there's time, I mean, I'll probably have to do this on another day now because my camera's going low battery, but maybe when we do, you know, finish this, maybe what we should do is pull it out, the other one, and have a look and just compare the two layouts and kind of see how they look, you know, the two layouts. So, you know, because that's quite fun as well to see how you can use the same supplies completely differently. I mean, like I say, I've actually not done an art journal layout for ages, so I'm feeling like pretty nervous anyway. Yeah, so I don't know how this is going to go anyway, but yeah, perhaps we will pull in the other one at the end and see, you know, just see what we came up with both times, because I can't really remember what I did with that one, but I know that I have done one. So, you know, I'm kind of thinking that the other one, well, hopefully looks completely different to how this is going to look. I mean, or it would be interesting, wouldn't it, to see if actually using the same pieces, you know, probably a year and a half apart, that still my brain goes automatically to very similar finished result. You know, that would actually be quite interesting to see, wouldn't it? You know, can my brain not actually, you know, adapt and go, oh, it's a different day, let's do something different? Would my brain go, oh, it's those pieces, I must do this now? So yeah, it might be quite an interesting kind of, you know, little experiment to do, mightn't it? To just see how the first one went compared to this. You know, like I say, it maybe wouldn't look any different. You know, maybe I will do them very, very similarly, and it will just show that actually got no imagination whatsoever. I see those colours and I just go for the same old stuff. Yeah. Okay. Let's put this one on. So I've used all of those flowers pretty much with the purple on now from that you know, fussy cut pack, which, you know, that's cool, isn't it, to use them all on a sort of particular project. So I will just check. Oh, there's some here under my book. So tell a lie, I have not used them all. There was some hiding under there. So I'm just going to pull in the other one that I didn't use yet. So that one. So I might as well use them all because, yeah, might as well use them all, I think. So just have a look and see if we want any of the birds or anything. So, oops. I mean, I don't know whether I feel he really goes, that bird, but anyway. Right, okay, let's put these back into the packet, the ones that, you know, I'm not going to be using today. And then obviously we could always use these at different, you know, different time, different project. Oh, I'll keep the birds out because, like I say, I may want to actually use them somewhere else. Now, what have I done with the packet? Oh, honestly, you put things down for 2 seconds on my desk and then that's it. Never to be seen again. So, yeah, I have no idea. No idea where that packet's gone now. Right, well, let's just put these two... Oh, no. No. Right, let's put these to one side because they're at least then out of the way. Not in the way of where I'm actually doing things. Okay. Now, do we want anything else? And the only reason I'm saying it is because I suddenly then thought, oh, I've got that stuff from Taperology, which has got a whole bunch of different things. Do we want any of these things on here? No. These are all quite papery things, and I do find that the art journal stuff works better with, you know, much thicker things, really. Just wondering whether I could have this purple label somewhere, because that's quite a good colour, isn't it? Okay. that out roughly first, and then we can go back in and cut that out properly. Okay. Right. Okay. Oops. Okay, right. Yeah, just because I thought, oh, this is a good colour on this page, isn't it? You know, we've got lots of things that are sort of this colour going on, so yeah. Too good a match to not put it on there, isn't it? So, yeah, let's pop that down on there. Okay, looking good. Right, final thing. Do we have that anywhere? I mean, again, really, I'm just using this because it's the last one that actually was the same, you know, the same colours from this kind of series. So just think, well, I might as well use it all. Oh, do you know, I'm going to wait with this one. We'll come back to that. Right, okay. Let's bring in a bit of stenciling. So got my stencil here. Now I've got my white gesso. Going to try and just use the white gesso, I think. Actually, do I want to paint first? Oh, do I or don't I? Right, I'm going to paint first, I think. So I've got some white paint. Now, like I say, I'm going to try my very best to do this in neutrally. Well, not neutral, because I mean, obviously, like I say, it's not even neutral now. What am I talking about? But not going quite as bright as I sometimes have. Right, now I've got this green. Yes, I know, far from neutral. What is she talking about? But let's just see. Oh, I don't think that's the right colour anyway. Oh, is that metallic? Again, I can't really read it. But anyway, right now. Yeah, far from neutral. Let's start with a bit of this down here. Not neutral at all so far. Oh dear, failing miserably so far, aren't I, with my... Oh, let's keep this really neutral. Yeah, just failed at the very first thing. Okay. Don't ask me why I'm using my fingers here, but yeah, it just seemed like a good idea at the time. Now I'm thinking, oh, why am I using my fingers? Why didn't I even at least pick up a wipe or anything? No idea. Okay, let's go down this edge. Maybe a little bit of the green. A bit more white, maybe. How did I describe this as I'm going to be going neutral? I mean, what is wrong with me? In which part of my head is this neutral? It's just not, is it? Oh dear. Yeah, well, it's already not really going as I'd described or expected or anything else, but hey, it doesn't mean I'm not liking it, but it's not going how I'd described it or expected. So yeah, let me just get a bit more white. Okay, shall I try and tone it down with a bit of white now? I mean, weirdly, I'm liking the colours though, you know, so do I want to even tone it down with sort of whites and things? I mean, that's boring, isn't it? Okay, just put a bit of white in there. Yeah, I mean, actually, I'm quite liking the green, to be honest. So do I really want to be going down the neutral route at all? Maybe just a little bit, you know, here and there. Maybe here a bit. Yeah, maybe just a bit here. Okay, So that's probably it, I think. Maybe just a little bit like edging the page. Yeah, maybe something like that. Right, okay. So I'm just going to dry this off. I mean, these are just acrylic paints, but yeah, they'll dry quite quickly, hopefully. Okay, right. Okay, and then, yeah, I'm now thinking maybe a bit of the stenciling. So I've got that script stencil. Not quite sure that that's the right stencil to use, you know. I think, and this sounds a bit crazy, but I'm actually thinking maybe that Harlequin stencil might be quite good on here. No idea why I think that, but yeah, let's pull that one in. So the Harlequin stencil, it's a Tim Holtz. Oops, a Tim Holtz stencil, if I can actually get it off the hook. Oh, and I can't. I literally can't. Oh, there we go. Oh, let's put in both of these. Yeah. Okay, right. Put those back on the hook. I'm trying to be really tidy, as you know, tidying as I go. Really well behaved and tidy as I go. Okay. Oops, just drop that one. Hold on 2 seconds. Okay. Right. So let's have some Harlequin stencil on here. So where do we want this, do we think? Oh, I don't know what's happened on here. Seems to have bits all stuck on it. That's not very good. Right. That's why obviously you should clean your stencil in between using it, isn't it? Yep. Right. Where would I want? Maybe a bit here. Might be quite nice. Okay, now I know I have talked about this before, but I have found, you know, for me personally, the best way to apply the gesso is with the, you know, card. So, you know, a little portion of card. Again, you know, that's just what I have found, and I'm not necessarily saying that that's the best way for everybody. I'm just saying, you know, for me, I think that seems to be my best method of applying gesso through a stencil. So, okay. Okey-dokey. Oh, quite like that. That's pretty. And maybe a little bit down here. Oops. Okay. When I say a little bit, I meant a lot, obviously. Yeah. Okay, right. Put that back in there. Okay. Okay, yeah, quite like how that looks. So I know it looks quite messy at the moment, but I mean, hopefully it's going to look okay once we've got everything else kind of glued down and, you know, stuck onto the page. So yeah, quite happy with how that's looking. So my camera is flashing low battery constantly now. So what I might have to do is leave this to dry and come back tomorrow. Obviously for you guys, it will all be in one video. But for me, come back, you know, well, probably later on today once my phone has recharged its battery. So yeah, I will be back soon. Right, I'm back. So my battery's charged and yep, the page is dry. So hopefully we're going to be okay now to kind of get on and finish our layout. So we were going to have that one there. We were going to have the shoe. Oh no, we weren't going to have that one there. We were going to have that one there. We were going to have this one kind of sat in the shoe, weren't we? So yeah, like that. And then this one, I think we were having over here, somewhere there. So yeah, I love how that Harlequin, you know, pattern looks in the background. Really nice. Now I just happen to have this, and I wondered whether we could have this anywhere. Having said that, now I'm kind of thinking we're not really going to have room to put it, unless we have it here. Probably, well, I don't know, maybe tear it down. Didn't really want to tear it down, to be honest, because I quite liked it, but if we tear it down, could have it like that, I suppose, and then move this over a bit. What do we think to that? I just kind of wondered whether that broke it up a little bit. Let me just try the other half. I know it sounds weird, but sometimes, you know, just one half would look better than the other, wouldn't it? I quite like that, to be honest. It just kind of is adding a little bit of contrast, which I feel like perhaps it needed. So yeah, I'm going to put that on there. So let's just put that on. I'm just going to glue this with regular, you know, the PVA kind of glue. Oh, it's absolutely freezing. So I've been out, obviously, since, you know, charging my, you know, camera or phone. I've been out with my son and done the school run and picked my daughter back up. So she's downstairs now having her after school snack and, yep, playing on her tablet. My son's gone back out now with his friend. Oops. Yeah, quite like how that looks. So yeah, I think that looks pretty. Okay, now I'm going to put this, oops, put this down with some hot glue. So just checking that this is stuck down. Because it's a bit lumpy, it's kind of obviously, you know, not sticking down instantly. Now that I could definitely kind of tuck behind the flowers rather than in front. So that's kind of quite nice, like that. Now we've got some of these birds. Don't know whether we want any of these birds anywhere, but just kind of check if we do. And that's quite nice. Or, I don't know. Yeah, maybe not, to be honest. Now I'm just wondering, really wondering, do we want any kind of bright purple? I know I was trying to keep it more neutral and said let's not go all out and go really bright, but I'm now kind of looking at it and thinking, oh, do we need to bring the purple back in? Because have we gone away from the purple too much? Always tricky, isn't it? Right, let's just get gluing this down first of all. So okay. So again, just hot gluing this down, but I do want this to kind of sit behind those flowers. So tucking it in behind them like that. Okay. Okay, yeah, that looks cute. And then this one, do we want to tuck that in behind the label or in front? I'm not sure. So I might do this one next, just because I'm undecided about this one at the moment. So let's just pop this one down. Okay. Yeah, it's very chilly outside. So it's a beautiful day, you know, lovely and bright and sunny. But my goodness, it's chilly, chilly, chilly. So yeah, feeling pretty cold now. And obviously it's got colder because it's now later in the day. But yeah, it's definitely not the warmest. Not the warmest at all out there. Now, do we want this behind or like over or under? I think probably under, actually. Yeah, I think probably under. So let's just pop this one down. Okay, like that. Okay, and then I will just then pop the shoe down. Oops, let's just get rid of that. Oh, do you know what? Because I was sat here thinking, well, how can I get some purple on here? And now I've just suddenly remembered I have got that purple patina. which would be perfect. So I'm going to pull that in a minute. And yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but maybe have a bit of patina wiped around or splattered about. I don't know yet. Haven't quite decided, but something somewhere. So yeah, right, let's pop that there so the deer is sat in the shoe. Okay. Yeah, very cute. Okay. Let's move these bits out of the way. Right, loving how that looks. Yeah, very, very pretty. Now, let me pull in my patina. Like I say, I haven't quite thought how I'm going to be using it yet, but ooh, got this gorgeous green, and I've got the gorgeous patina. The gorgeous green and the gorgeous purple. So yeah, let's have a look and see. Now, what would I do with those is the question. What would I do with them? Now, do we want to do some shading where the deer are? So should we do some shading? Now, the shading obviously normally do in black. I am kind of thinking, you know, black, I'm not sure that's really got any place here, but let's give it a try. Have I got my pencil sharpener? I've talked about this loads of times, but yeah, I've had this sharpener for years, and pretty sure somebody's taken it from my desk and I no longer have it. Oh, yeah, need to buy another pencil sharpener. So yep, I'm going to have to just go with this pencil completely blunt, which is obviously not really going to be ideal. But oh, let's just go for it and try this. I've got it laying around in here anywhere. Hold on. Sorry for knocking the camera, and sorry for all the noise. Just rummaging through my drawers there, trying to see if I've got my sharpener anywhere. Certainly can't see it. No, alright, can't see it anywhere. Okay, right. So, okay, let's just go in a bit here. So this is watercolour pencil, so I'm hoping that, you know, this is going to be okay. So put a bit there, okay, put a bit probably here behind the deer there, and then probably a bit here underneath the shoe, like that. Okay, do we want it anywhere else? Maybe a little bit here. Oops. Well, if it wasn't blunt before, it definitely is now. Now, again, not really too worried how that looks, because hopefully going to kind of blend it in with a bit of water. So, yeah, let's do that. Okay, let me get some water. Oh, now, do I have any water? No, of course I don't. So, right, just going to have to quickly pour a little dab of water onto the desk. So just going to have to pour this out. Okay. Only need a little drop just to be able to wet the brush so that I can just smudge that about a bit. So okay. And a bit here. Oh dear. And then just that little bit there. Okay. Maybe a little bit here. Oh dear. Kind of gone over the white now with the black, but that's okay. Right. Okay. I don't mind how that looks actually, so I might just, yeah, do that here as well. Kind of definitely it's getting rid of that white, which is quite good. Okay. So yeah, put that down there. Okay, right. Do we like how that's looking so far? Yeah, quite like it. Okay, right, now still haven't quite decided what to do with this with this purple and this green patina. I don't know whether I want them both. I don't know whether I just want the purple. Definitely the purple was kind of what was calling me in the first place. Now, what do I want to do with it is the question. I mean, I normally really quite like to just build up, you know, like around the edges, build up some colour around the edges. And I mean, I know it's really boring because, you know, that seems to be my go-to thing. But I think it just always looks really good and kind of works really nicely. So just going to pour this purple out. Oh dear, that's very purple, isn't it? Let me give it a shake. Haven't used this for a while, so it's kind of settled and now it's just bright, bright, bright purple. So it's probably too bright to really use, much brighter than I'd hoped. So yeah, let's try again. Hopefully it's a bit more lilac now. Oh yeah, miles better. Surprising the difference a good shake does, isn't it? So yeah, let's just go in with a bit of that around the edge. So, oops. Okay. And again, you know, don't have to kind of have it in a solid line all around, but just kind of, you know, in patches. Because just trying to pick up, you know, the general colours so that we've got like a bit of a, you know, consistency going on. So we've got, you know, purple and purple and white and green, you know. It's all over now, which, you know, that's quite cool, isn't it? So yeah, loving how that looks. Yeah, that's really, really nice, isn't it? I mean, so much for keeping this quite neutral, because look at it now, it's like smothered in colour, isn't it? Just wondering, I know, you're probably thinking, really, she's wondering about anything. I mean, what else can she possibly fit on there? I know. There's not really a great deal of room, it's got to be said. But that being said, I am wondering whether we could just put one other thing in the form of maybe a quote or something. So let me just have a look. And I find, actually, for quotes, you know, kids' books are often brilliant. So, I mean, like this, it's got obviously pretty big font, which is, you know, great in itself. But it's also got some fun words. Not that I can see any so far, but, you know, let's have a look. Can't have cheek going to my cheeks. And bit by bit, his balloon-like cheeks went down. No. Just having a look to see if there's anything that kind of like just, you know, well, I shall miss school and games and miss going to the circus. Okay. I mean, here, you know, you can be very cheeky. I don't know. Just having a look to see. Because, I mean, you don't even have to use them, you know, in order. You could kind of just take sections and kind of make something up out of them. Let's just have a look. Right, let's just take this, because I quite like it. With the, you can be very cheeky. So let's just take that. Okay. Just see whether we could have that anywhere. Let's just do cheeky. You can be cheeky. Just take that one down. Okay. Let's just check whether this will fit anywhere. So Okay, you can be cheeky, cheeky, cheeky. Oops. So, I mean, just something like that. It looks kind of quite cute on there, doesn't it? You know, just, yeah. So I might just have that pop down. Do we want it there or do we want it over there? I mean, obviously this is just book page, so I need to kind of bear in mind it's not going to be obviously, you know, that tolerant of very bulk, you know, bumpy underneath. It's, you know, it's only thin book page. So, I mean, I could line it with something else, but I will just try and just, you know, glue it down. So, like that. Okay. And this one. Okay. So again, you know, it's got that raised kind of effect, which I really like. It just makes it stand out slightly more, doesn't it? So, like that, okay. Okie dokie. Let's just peel this, oops, pick this off. These glue threads. Okay. Okay, right. Let me just see whether I've got my white pen anywhere. I don't think I have. Again, I think it's another one of those things that my daughter's maybe helped herself to. She might not have done. I might be talking out of turn there, but or it could be in my drawer. Let me just check. Oh no, it's in here. Look, so take back all I said. Take back all I said. Right, okay, so thinking where do we want the white pen? I mean, almost wonder whether we could draw these spots in whiter. Not sure I'll make a very good job of that because, as we know, my drawing on the pages is normally not very good. So maybe I should not do that. Let's just do a little bit of kind of dashes maybe down here. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking I would muck that up if I try and, I think, colour those spots in on the reindeer. I don't think I would make a very good job of that, to be perfectly honest, which is a shame because it would, you know, it would be nice if I could. But yeah, I kind of think I'd probably ruin it a bit, so probably should not do that. Do I want some? Oh, I don't know. Maybe I should just leave this like this. Just pop a little bit of glue there to just hold that tape down. Okay, so that was the original kind of like vintage tape on there. Now, oops, right. Thinking some splatters. Now, do we want green or do we want white? I did buy this gorgeous white, you know, ink here. I'm actually wondering whether I could use this and colour in the spots on the deer in the ink. Now, again, I don't know whether I would be able to do this. I probably will muck it up, but should we have a go? Should we have a go? Oh, what's the worst that can happen? Well, the worst is they could look really, really rubbish. Yeah. Well, hey, in for a penny, in for a pound. Let's have a look. So this is the Winsor Newton ink. Now, I bought this after seeing the lovely Marta over at Maramy Small Art, her recommendation of this. And she loves this for her splatters. So, yeah, I've had it on good, you know, good recommendation. Now, I'm just going to try and see kind of like how that would look. So, yeah, let's give that a try. Oh, my goodness. Let me put my glasses on. Just kind of making those spots just show up a bit more. So I'm only going over where the spots were in the first place. I'm not kind of improvising or anything and, you know, making up spots that weren't there. Just, oops, just where they were anyway. You know, I don't want to be too crazy and go where they weren't. But yeah, something like that. Okay. Down there and then that one. Oops, just got a little one there. Okay, and then on here. Oh, this one's tricky because there's loads here. Okay. Okay, so that looks quite good, doesn't it? Yep, liking how that looks. So, yeah, that's kind of cute, actually. Quite glad that I was brave and went for that, because actually I think that looks quite sweet. And it's made them show up just, you know, a bit more and sort of become a bit more part of the spread, because it was looking a little bit, I don't know, just a little bit boring perhaps. So I'm thinking if we're going to do some splatters, probably avoid the white, because of course that may then just end up looking like the, you know, the deer, which of course then would be rubbish. So I'm thinking cover the deer up, because I don't necessarily want to get the splatters on the deer. So let me get some book page. Okay. Just take some book page and I'm just going to tear it into quite smallish pieces to cover the deer up. Now I'm just going to quickly dry them off, because that ink's very liquid, so just to make sure it's dry on there. Right, okay, and yeah, just going to cover them up. Now, just have to tear that smaller. So I've got that one. Okay, and we've got the one up there. Oh, okay, like that, okay. And then we've got, obviously, this one. Oops. Which, oh my goodness, I mean, what on earth? How I thought that was covering that is beyond me, but hey, it kind of covers it. So yeah, it's fine. It's covering it-ish. So, honestly, I mean, what goes on in my head is just beyond me. Right, I'm going to put down the patina now. I'm giving it a good shake, because just like the other one, it's not been open for a long time. So yeah, let's give it a good shake. Oh my goodness, gorgeous colour. Absolutely gorgeous. Right. Now, let's go in with the splatter brush. Okay. Oops. Might need to put some more down, because I haven't quite got enough, you know, as much as I'd liked. So yeah, let's just put a bit more down. Okay. Right, let's have another bit. I think I'm better off doing it this way. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Right. Now, that's the green splatters. Now, I know this sounds crazy and weird, but I'm actually thinking, would we like some purple splatters up in the other corner? So, I know that sounds strange, but I'm thinking, you know, going along with the splatters, there's no purple over in that corner. So I'm actually thinking, shall we splatter some purple over there? So, yeah, let's just quickly clean my brush a bit more. So hopefully we will get it, you know, where we will have purple splatters, not just weird colour splatters. So, okay, right. Okay. So, yeah, right, let's get rid of that. Okay, put the purple down again. Okie dokie. Oh, I hope this isn't going to be a disaster. Oh, I've got purple now on my camera stand. Oh, dear. Honestly, I'm so messy. I mean, these paints have been open all of like 2 seconds and already I'm covered in them. Wonder if you're supposed to tap that. I don't know. So many people have given me tips and still I just cannot do this. So it's just one of those things that I just cannot get the hang of. So yeah, let's just do it like that. And like I always say, to be perfectly honest, does it really matter whether you do it in the right way, so long as you kind of get the, you know, the rough look that you want? Doesn't really matter, does it? What method you use, you know? If it's not the conventional way that other people do it, it doesn't really matter. You know, there's no point stressing about it, is there? You know, so long as you're happy with the results in the end, who cares really how you achieve them? Okay. Yep. Right. Okay. Loving how that looks. I just want to just quickly see, just before I stop, I just want to see what this would look like if I just did a, just wondered what a painty line would look like. You know, whether to paint some in, but no, I think that's just a step too far. It would be quite harsh. So, right, let me just wipe this down now. Okay. And then I'm going to dry it off and then we can have a look. And I will pull in the other spread that I did, again, using those same images, you know, with the deer, when I said I'm sure that I have done another spread with those. So that we can just kind of see how they each looked. You know, do they look quite different? I honestly can't remember what that layout looks like. So, you know, I'm intrigued to see how it looks as well. So hold on. Okay, so I'm back now. I have just dried it, but the reason I'm back rather than, you know, back with the other layout quickly to show you, I just want to go right round the edge with some white. And I'm not saying right way, you know, right the way around the edge. I might change my mind and just go partially, but I feel like it needs something kind of almost clean around the edge to actually kind of finish it off. So I'm just going to go around the very edge, you know, maybe partially, maybe all the way. I won't know until I've kind of done some, but just with that white in a sort of cleanish, you know, cleanish sweep. So where I've put the white everywhere else, it's quite powdery looking, quite kind of, you know, smudgy. And, you know, not kind of a bright white. So I just wanted to kind of go round and actually put some bright white. Just need to be careful that I don't dab that on the layout beneath, which of course is a possibility. So, yeah, let me just turn this around. Okay. So, yeah, just going around here. Because I feel like, and I do this all the time with layouts, I just feel like they need a frame. Which I wasn't feeling this had a frame. So yeah, I definitely, you know, for me, I think a frame really kind of like sets it off and finishes it off. But again, you know, that's just personal preference, isn't it? But yeah, for me, definitely, I think a frame is like the finishing, you know, the finishing touch. Now I'm just going to turn that around so that I can fit it better on the table. Just got that, it's a bit thick there. So yeah. And then just want to be able to get to this edge. So that's why I've folded this over just in here. Okay. And then just, yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's got a frame now, which I just feel like it needed that to set it off. It was kind of like a little bit lost, and now I feel like it is actually kind of framed. So we would just pull in my original one. So hold on 2 seconds. Oops, while I find my art journal. Hold on. Okay, so this was my original layout, and like I say, I'm pretty sure that I did this off camera, so in quiet sort of time. So this was my original layout, quite different actually. You know, obviously it is still very, very busy. But yeah, very different colours. Obviously I went with the reds rather than the sort of pinks and the greens and the purples. But that was the original layout. So if I just kind of show you in a little bit more detail. And then this was obviously today's spread that we've done, or today's layout. So, you know, quite different, but using that same pack of the die cuts. So, you know, pretty different kind of looks there. Don't know whether I can kind of squeeze them both in, but oops, let's just put them sort of side by side as best I can. Oh, I know what I forgot to put on there actually. It's suddenly seeing all these butterflies around here, I thought, oh, that was what I forgot to put on. I wanted to put some butterflies on there. So yeah, I don't know now what I've done with the butterfly that I was thinking I would put on, but let me just try and find it, because I had certainly at least one green butterfly that I thought I would have on there. So let's just quickly cut this out. And then definitely we'll put this on there somewhere. Yeah, so actually it was quite fun to use the same images because, you know, the layouts have turned out, you know, pretty different. Both are very full, but they have turned out quite different. And I have really used very different colour schemes, you know, for each layout. And yeah, I was a bit worried when I found the journal that, well, you know, when I found, yeah, my art journal and that page, I was a bit worried that when I opened it, it was going to look practically the same. But thankfully, it actually looked very different. So yeah, which is quite fun, isn't it? To see how different these things can turn out, you know, even when using the same supplies. So just, yeah, maybe we will have that butterfly up there in that corner. Again, just put it on with its wings flapping. So like that, okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's today's layout. I'm just going to kind of bring it up to the camera so that you can have a really, you know, closer kind of look and see all the bits, you know, in their detail. But yeah, very, very fun layout. And I do love the art journaling because, like I say, it's such a freeing experience because, you know, it's got even less rules, would you believe, than junk journaling. So yeah, if you haven't tried doing a layout, then, you know, do one, because my goodness, they're kind of addictive, and I'm sure once you've done one you will be hooked, and you know, you will want to do more, I'm sure. So yeah, I will leave you kind of there with the two layouts kind of side by side, hopefully, which you can kind of then see them both. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks then. Bye.